Back now on EA Sports at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. You haven't missed a thing as we're just about set for the opening kickoff. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Now Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. This is Cohen, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go! Brad 38! Flex Brad 38!
To throw is Price. To throw on second down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Price. He goes underneath for Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They run. This is Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Here's Price from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, was his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I'll take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Price Operating from the gun. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And now running right through it. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gault. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here we go. Red 38.
Price now on 1st and 10. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them.
Let's go. 1, 9, cut.
Now Price. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Come on, let's go. Cut.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go. 1, 9, round. Flex round. Cut.
To throw is Price. Throwing on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Price. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
The Bucs on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Price. From the gun, he'll throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
23 yards on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line? Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Wentz. He finds Ajayi. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Now, Wentz again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Lambo will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Price on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Price now on first and 10. Dancing to his left. Room here to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Off the toss, Cohen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. On third down, that's Cohen. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
In on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves. Now it's Ajayi. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. This fielded at the 2. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Eagles on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On play action, Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. What? 90. What?
Again, it's Cohen. Dances by him. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? 31 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Ohio. Flex round.
Now Price looking to throw on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking to throw. Price, wide open receiver, complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ohio.
To throw. Price. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one more score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, that helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now. Wentz. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Barnett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. Different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Come on, let's go!
To throw is Price. To throw on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This one complete to Coleman. And he's got some space here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 64 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best balance...
Here's Price, looking to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, that's Cohen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep creep in and affect their play.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go. What? 90. What?
They try again with Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Bring it.
Looking to throw on second down. Price throws it to Jones in the flat. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a third down. Price operating from the gun. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And they'll run it here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now they try the right side here. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he slides to avoid the hit. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Back to throw. Staying on his feet. And now, oh no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They run again with Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.